Hey everybody, it's Will. I'm back with another 5-minute review. Taking kind of like a mini break from Creators Outlet this week. We do have a show scheduled on Friday that I will hopefully be writing up later on today. That could be them contacting me with their info. But I am co-hosting a 6-hour block of CromCon 8, a virtual Comic-Con, would you? If you would, rather. That is hosted from the Comic Book Madness on Facebook. Pops Van Zandt put it together quite a while ago. It showcases a lot of indie talent, which is great for those fans of indie comics or comics in general, just like seeing new stuff that's out there. I'm going to be co-hosting Saturday night from 6 to midnight. Wow, that's going to be my longest shift since I went into my coma. Holy crap. So either way, I'm reviewing a Kickstarter book today. Steve was actually a guest on Creators Outlet not too long ago. So if you want to know more about the book and the creative process and how this book came about, and about him in general, and just we had a blast. Go check out Creators Outlet, the Slowpokes episode featuring Steve Carrera, and if you click the hashtag of his name, it should bring a bunch of posts up, with him in it. You can find that episode on the Outright Geekery Facebook page, the Outright Geekery YouTube channel, and my personal YouTube channel, Joker Fan Pop Culture Talk. You can also find it in the Facebook group, Joker Fan Pop Culture Talk. But before we get into the book, and oh my God, it was great. Oh man, it was great. I had a blast reading this book. We want to give a big shout out to the home of creator-owned comics on your phone. That's right. Spinwiz Comics at spinwizcomics.com, our sponsor for this video and many others. You can download their app absolutely free on both iOS and Android, and you can read a whole ton of free comics. That's right. Free comics on a free app. If you like the book and want to support the creators, you can also buy the PDF to keep and to have on your computer or phone or tablet, whatever, for as long as you wish to keep reading that book. Very soon, sometime next year, they will also have a print-on-demand service. 70% of all profits will go directly to the creators. And, go check it out for yourself. Download the app. Give them a nice 5-star review. We're trying to get up to 100 5-star reviews and downloads by the end of the month. But right now, we want to talk about Slowpokes. And because the way he sent it to me, I can actually show you like a few pages from the book. I gave this book 3.5. It is a horror comedy. So, I mean, man, this is just a B movie waiting to happen. I mean, I would love to see like some B movie studio. And I know a lot of indie horror creators, and man, this guy's got it. This is his first book. It was funded in the first 48 hours. He doesn't have stretch goals on this first one, but there's add-ons in different tiers you can get. There's a really cool Shining Homage poster for Slowpokes. There is a very cool Slowpokes t-shirt, and they're only going to be available for this issue because the guy that did the designs for both for the poster and the t-shirt, he just got a huge job designing shirts for Hot Topic. So, and you can find out more about that in the in the episode of Creators Outlet. But right now, let's take a quick look at the book. Slowpokes, #1. Funded in 48 hours. I think it's only going to be up there for a couple of more days. The link for this is not in the description of this video. I totally forgot. But it is in the video where I interviewed Steve Urena. So let's take a look. This is Slowpokes #1. Off to the right, you can see like the shadow of him. It's like if critters were sloths. I know what you're saying. Sloths. Man, it takes them like a week to poop. What the hell? Nope. Something has happened to these sloths, and that gets explained in the book. And yes, it is a very B-movie explanation. This is a 22-page book. He's got a great price point on it. But let's take a look. Is 2020 for the it's very cartoony. Written by Steve Urena, art by Juan Romero, and lettered by Sean Reinhart. And even this guy knew you need a pro to letter your book. If you're not a pro, because it can make or break the book. If it's difficult to read, people aren't going to read it. You're not going to get a lot of talk about it. But I mean, look at this panel. How can you not laugh at this panel? The kid with the I know karate is Karate Carlos. Now these are all based on kids that Steve grew up with, and this book is so tropey, it's great. And it's, he's got the hots for this girl, and I guess the girl kind of like digs him. But it's high school graduation time, and here's the lovely woman who all the boys at the high school have the hots for. She's a local celeb, and like a MythBuster, like science girl, and she built this whole thing. As you can read, lasers, animals, and roller coasters. I'd roundhouse kick the Pope to work here. I mean, this book is just hilarious. So we have Karate Carlos right here. And then their buddy LJ, he's the cool kid in the group. He's also like the artist and stuff. And then the guy to the right only refers to himself as the Hurricane. Later on in the book, you can read his actual name, and it's hilarious. And now we know why he would rather call himself a hurricane than his real name. And this is the last page I can show you. They're dead. Everyone's dead down here. Lock it down. Schnicked. Ooh, where have I seen that word before? And that's the last page I can show you on this, because that's the last page he shows on the Kickstarter. The book was very well written for what it was. It was meant to be a horror comedy, and it is. He wrote a B-movie comic book, and it's great. It's wildly entertaining. I'm going to be talking about this to my friends for years. I'm going to be like, have you read Slowpokes? And when they say no, I'm going to just whip out a copy. It is hilarious. They get the horror, they get the comedy, teen angst, because you can't have a horror movie without some teenagers biting the big one, right? 3.5 stars out of 5. The art was good. It wasn't great. It was superb and right on par for what this book is. I mean, if this was like a serious horror thing, you know, if this was like a Stephen King, or like, you know, even like a Steve Niles 30 Days a Night kind of thing, this art wouldn't cut it. But this art is great for what this is. This is a super goofy, funny, hilarious horror book. And I don't know if the last one's taken yet, but they put up a thing because he's planning issue 2 already. One of the things you could pledge in this was to have your likeness, to have yourself in issue 2 and be murdered by a sloth. Most creators only offer like, you know, 5 or 6 of those in a book. They might offer like 5 of those in like one or 2, you know, you're in the book, you get attacked, or you get beat up, whatever it is, whatever the case may be, but you survive. This one, he put it up, he set it at 15. He allowed 15 people to pledge and get drawn and murdered in the next issue of Slowpokes. And when I interviewed him the other week, 14 out of 15 of the slots, and it was his highest level, were gone. So, I mean, this book was great. Slowpokes #1. It's Steve's very first comic book ever. It's his first Kickstarter ever. It was funded in 48 hours. You know, so 3.5, the highest score goes to the way this story was written. The art was good for what it was. Like I said, it was perfect for the style, because this was basically a B horror movie. You know the ones, you know, you either see for free on, you know, something like, you know, Tubi, Pluto TV, Vudu, anything like that. It's like, it can't be scary. Like if they did this as a movie, they would do it up so it would be like scary, but it would still be hilarious because it's fast sloths. What? So definitely check this book out. I think there might only be like another couple of days left on Kickstarter for this. So if you haven't gotten it, you need to get it. If not, look up Steve, check him out, reach out to him. I think he's overprinting these, so hopefully he can take some to like some small conventions if they start to open up. Man, Slowpokes #1. What a killer. So until next time, this is Will, and we'll see you soon with some more 5-minute reviews. Take care, everybody.